Welcome to the funnel. I'll be honest, this is a sales funnel and it's designed to get you to book a call with us. Now, I don't want you to sit through a 3 hour webinar, so I'll just go straight ahead and ask you a direct question. Are you ready for debt collection to become fully automated and, well, eventually boring? Because in the next 8 to 10 minutes, you'll see how we turn debt collection into an automated machine with multi-attempt coverage of your entire approved debitor list within 40 business days with clean, audit-ready evidence logs, or you don't pay a cent. So here's the offer in one sentence. We install an EU-hosted AI collections engine that calls, texts, and follows up with every approved debitor on your list within 40 business days and gives you clean evidence logs you can hand over to compliance, legal, and audit so they can do their jobs, or we fix it at our own cost and refund the whole setup fee. That's it. That's what the whole funnel is about. So quickly, who am I and why you should listen? My name is Henry George. I run BeyondCode, and for the last years, I've been building and deploying AI voice agents and automation systems for EU-regulated lenders, leasing companies, and debt collectors. So my world is GDPR, DORA, dealing with actual debitors, and, well, internal security reviews where legal decides, not enthusiasm. So the question I obsess over is simple. How do you actually reach to every debitor you're allowed to contact within the legal windows without hiring an army of people and without burning your brand and without losing your mind in endless spreadsheets and call notes? So that's exactly what BeyondCode strives to solve. So we don't build toys, we build compliance-first execution systems. Our specialty is automating the back end of debt collection with multi-attempt outreach, strict time windows, and audit-ready evidence for every single attempt. You don't get an AI bot that lives in a demo. You get a collections engine that legal, compliance, and audit can look at without reaching for the red pen. So how does debt collection usually work today? Well, they have manual tired teams, a patchwork of emails, SMS spreadsheets, half-finished automation projects, far too many accounts to realistically hit within strict outreach windows, complaints and audits treated like landmines, and lots of small, long-tail balances dying in the we'll get to it later bucket. So if that sounds familiar, you're exactly who I should be talking to. And all of these have a price tag. It's backlogs quietly turning into write-offs, margin leakage to agencies and portfolio sales at a loss, team stress, burnout, no clear evidence of who, where, what, how was contacted, what did they say. Now behold, the new collections operating system. We clear your backlogs every month. You reach 100% of your approved debitor list multiple times inside tight outreach windows. You increase outbound calls exponentially without increasing headcount, and you keep full control over the data, and you sleep in peace, knowing legal, compliance, and audit can review anything. So, yeah. How does it look like? Well, this combination of pictures it's a part of the system itself, not the whole thing. So it's actually easier than ever to run debt collection agency because you just upload a list or connect it to your CRM, and then it starts running daily. It initiates calls, follow-ups under your rules, and every attempt is written back into logs. You can actually filter, search, and report on. Your team sees who was contacted, when, how many times, what was the outcome without manually updating spreadsheets at the end of the day. Now, although this is a very new approach, we already have worked with EU-regulated lenders, leasing firms, and debt collectors. Some names you might recognize is Bondora, and those other companies are also big, but they're big in Estonia, which is a small country where I'm from. So yeah, and they all use us to increase contact coverage, protect brand and reputation, and still pass legal compliance and audit scrutiny. So if they can trust this in a regulated context, maybe you can at least take it seriously enough to see whether it could fit in your portfolio. And when I say this works, I don't mean in theory. For example, Bondora is happy with BeyondCode solution, and I can provide a signed handover document to prove exactly what we did to and with them. And the same story goes with other clients. We don't just launch a pilot and vanish. We implement, document, and hand over a governed system that you can actually run internally. So one concrete example, in less than a month on a list of around 160 debitors, the system made about 4,000 calls and recovered roughly 15,000 euros in new revenue from a bottom of the bucket list type of debitors. And the most important thing, and the screenshot, by the way, is from the client testimonial interview, they said that they felt the difference. The time freed from manual chasing is huge. Do less repetitive outreach, and the boring part or the frustrating part of collections is actually taken off their plate. So this is what I'm talking about when I say real calls, real money, and real time back. What we guarantee is execution, coverage, evidence, and control. What we don't guarantee is shown on the screen here. We don't sell AI calls. We sell a governed collections engine that delivers coverage. So we call everybody multiple times, follow up with SMS and emails. You'll have evidence of it and control as it runs in your environment. So how does it work? Comprised of 4 segments. The first one is the contact throughput engine. It's basically a rules-based AI calling layer that calls all of your debtors and respects your calling windows and retry rules. It routes the callbacks, escalations, and the exceptions correctly, keeping humans for special cases, not repetitive chasing. So that's how we clear the backlogs without hiring more people. Number 2, compliance and audit, meaning standardized tone, proper consent handling, data minimalization, full evidence logs for every attempt, outcome, and timestamp. So if it can't survive scrutiny from compliance, audit, or a regulator, it simply does not ship. Number 3, EU-hosted infrastructure. So we use EU first AI endpoints. We use the telecom and KYC, so it's all correct. Clear data processing agreements, and you will keep the full ownership of the logs, recordings, everything. Data residency and control are designed into the system from day one, not bolted on later. Now, last but not least, it's the human in the loop, not human dependent. So the system handles first line outreach, reminders, retries, structured evidence logging, while your team focuses on disputes, legal escalations, strategy, and, governing the AI system instead of doing its work for it. So in short, the human supervised, the machine grinds. In a nutshell, you get a proven governed machine that delivers 100% of contact attempts to your approved debtor list. It produces evidence logs you can hand over to, the mighty 3. It runs collections as an infrastructure, not chaos, and it keeps headcount flat while throughput drastically increases, while leaving the data 100% yours. Nothing leaves your environment. That's the asset you walk away with. So the results usually are higher recovery thanks to higher recovered cash from consistent outreach inside regulated windows. Secondly is margin, thanks to not being dependent on agencies anymore, as you have a weapon that you can use yourself. And the third is team. You'll have more time than ever for more higher value tasks. And the time savings are actually felt immediately. So it does not take 6 to 12 months to implement. It's roughly, as I said before, within 40 days, you have it live. So the first couple of days are going to be the account setup, billing, etc., the basic things. So week 2 is going to be telecom, KYC, and, technical wiring. So we have a call with your technical people. We align where your systems are based, CRMs, where should the data come from, where does it go to back after the call, etc. And around day 40, you'll already will be experiencing multi-attempt coverage, and it is live. So you're not buying a never-ending IT project. You're buying a 40-day execution sprint. In every market, there's a group of operators who quietly move faster, cleaner, and more profitably than everyone else. In collections, those operators are treating outreach like infrastructure, not a team activity. Centralizing logs and evidence so audit and finance can actually trust them, and designing rules and flows once, then letting governed systems execute at scale. So what we've done is take the way those top operators think about execution and package it into a system that smaller, leaner teams can deploy without a 12-month internal project. If you could imagine for a second, in 6 months' time, what would your life look like? First of all, the throughput is going to be boring because every debtor gets contacted multiple times if needed inside the allowed windows. Number 2, backlogs don't silently grow as the long tail gets actually touched. Write-offs are a conscious decision, not accidents. Your team's work changes drastically because less dialing, less chasing, more disputes, strategy, analytics, and higher leverage decisions. And last but not least, compliance is also calmer because of the standard language, governed flows, and audit-ready logs. So like if a board member or a regulator asks, you can show exactly what happened, where, with whom, how, why, etc. So in short, more recovery, lower unit cost, less stress, and collections behave like an infrastructure, not like a recurring crisis. So in short, one more time, the best case scenario is that your recovery increases, your dependency on agencies drops, your team moves up the value chain, and the system quietly prints throughput in the background. The worst case scenario, on the other hand, is that we fail to execute the KPI and you get additional runtime at no cost. And if we still can't fix it, you'll get the implementation feedback and keep the clarity and the data from the process. So it's really high upside and a capped downside. That's the trade. So if you're ready to execute, click on the button below, fill out the survey, book your strategy call if you're a fit. So if you're one of the ones who feels the pain of backlogs, margin leakage, and chasing debtors right now, then request your coverage plan and let's make collection predictable, fully documented, and also boring for you. Fill out the survey and let's schedule a call.